All right. So a lot of people been asking for this. They've been asking how I do my hair. You know, you see me walk in, I got the curls in. Y'all like, oh, Evan, how do you do your hair? So I figured I finally make a video showing y'all how. As you can see, I just got the shower, and yes, my hair is really wet. Your hair will need to be really wet for this. Like I'm talking about dripping, as mine is. Um, you need a curl cream. I got Shea Moisture. And then you need some gel. I got Eco Gel. I got the olive oil type, but like it doesn't really matter. One more thing. Some people like to use like a deep conditioner before they use this. I already used deep conditioner last night, so you probably want to use it the night before. All right. Let me get into it. So first of all, I kind of like to separate my hair, kind of like using like a rat tail comb. Like, you know, just kind of like separate a little bit down the middle, so that way it doesn't get like all messed up when I start to you know, pull at it. And also one more thing, you might want to get like a spray bottle to fill it up with water. So yeah, I'm about to actually fill mine up with water right now. Yeah, because like your hair starts like, obviously like water comes out from your hair as time goes on, but you need your hair to stay wet, so you know, just spray with a spray bottle. Yeah. Yeah. So first thing you're gonna do is you wanna grab the gel, and you wanna grab like gel. Like I have a lot of hair, so like I use a good amount, like this much to start off with though. You just kind of want to like pull at your hair and separate it, you know, separate it. But yeah, you want to separate like really good, because like, as you can see, it's kind of like bunching up right now. But like, yeah, you just gotta separate all that. Like, separate your hair. Just like how thick you want your curls, kind of like I separated how thick I want my curls. So like this would be like a good separation. And some people like they even like separate it and like they finger coil it afterwards. I don't do all that because it takes too long. But yeah, you can do what you want. So just separate it. Oh, and some people wear a hairband. Like I usually wear like a bandana or something around this, because like I have a cut and everything. So like I just got a fresh cut, so like the product won't like get in my hair. Well, not like a fresh cut, like this is actually 2 weeks old, but like cut like to the point where like, you know, there's not that much hair there. So, but like you should wear a bandana if you do have hair on the sides, because like the product will get in your hair and it will get on your forehead. I don't really get acne, so I don't gotta worry about that, but it will get on your forehead. So yeah, just keep separating, separate. And make sure you get like every bit of hair too. And obviously, like, you know, you're gonna have to go back and grab more gel. Some people like to separate their hair into 4 parts when they do this because it makes it easier. I just do 2 because like I don't got time for all that. And just keep pulling at it, pulling at it. And you don't want the gel to bunch up. You can't see how it's bunching up right there. You want to like keep going at it and then spread it out, you know, because you don't want, if it bunches up, it's gonna build up a product in your hair, and when this all dries, it's gonna look crusty. So don't let it build up too much. So you want to like separate it. Whenever you see like white, you want to like keep going at it. And like you will have stuff in your hands, just use that and like in the parts of the hair that don't have a gel in it. So like if you get build up on your hands, see, there you go. Like you kind of get rid of it by putting it in the parts of your hair that don't have it needs more water. The back needs more water. Yeah, put in the parts of your hair that don't have gel in it. Get rid of it. Like I said, you're gonna use like a good amount of gel, but you're not trying to use too much gel, because like I said, it'll make your junk look crusty when it dries if you use too much gel. Like, and it depends on your hair too. Some hair, like, it can take more gel, some hair it can't. So you just gotta know your hair. My hair, like, it can take a good amount of gel, and it needs a good amount of gel in order for it to like actually be good. So I put a good amount in. But you know, just know how much you need. So yeah, you're just gonna like start off by putting gel in there. And just, I'm really just gonna do the front for y'all, and then I'm gonna do the back on my own time, because like, you know, you just basically you just do this all the way around. I'm just gonna show you all the front because like it's gonna take forever to show you the whole entire thing. But you just do what I'm doing in the front all the way around. Like you see me pulling at the sides too, because the thing is, people don't realize this. Your sides, like how your sides look, is one of the most important things. Because if your sides are like this, like not really that much gel on it, and you know you just keep going at it like this, it's not that much separation, it's not that much gel. It's gonna look crusty. Your curls are gonna look crusty. So make sure you have the gel on the sides as well. Having the gel on the sides is important. You see how I'm going at this, at the length of my sides, pulling them down. And well, one more thing. People always ask, can you pull it up? No, you gotta pull it down first. You can pull it afterwards maybe, but you gotta start off by pulling your hair down. You know, just to elongate it. You want to make sure you get under, and this for people who have a lot of hair, like you might always end up just grabbing the top of this and not realize that the bottom of it, like you see that right there, isn't really separated. So you got to like separate the top from the bottom, and then you got to go at the bottom too with the gel, but not too much, because like I said, if it builds up it'll look crusty. But just make sure that the bottom is separated. Should the bottom, and it's not just the top that's getting gel, you know, because otherwise it'll look crusty. But yeah, we keep going at this for a while. Yeah, look at this. So one thing that I almost didn't mention that's actually important is, so you see this root right here, basically kind of like the middle of my hair. That's a very important part for gel wise, because otherwise it'll kind of make your curls look like they won't be really curly right here if like you don't like, you know, separate really well and add gel, because like otherwise it just won't look as nice. So you want to like separate kind of the middle right there, you know, like separate it, and like make sure you have like a little bit of gel on your finger, not too much gel because it'll look crusty, but you know, just a little bit of gel. So yeah. All right, so now like your hair should be like, you know, this is kind of like a preview of what it'll look like, you know. It's somewhat curly. Oh man, that light is getting in the way, huh? Dang, it's bright outside. Yeah, you know, kind of just going at it. Yeah, this is kind of like a preview of what your hair will look like. Make sure you have separations. That's what I'm trying to show y'all right now. Just like, you know, separate it. You don't want anything to be clustered, because if it's clustered, that means the gel is clustered. And if the gel is clustered, then you're gonna look crusty. Crusty, bro. So yeah, just make sure everything's separated. Okay, so that was the gel part, and people always ask me like, can you use the gel and the curl cream at the same time? I like to say no, because like I like to put the gel first and then like use the curl cream to kind of like refine what I was doing. But actually my brother, who actually did all this, just showed me something. He said like you could use this like frizz-free curl mousse by Shea Moisture, and like it kind of helps a little bit. I haven't used it before, so I'm gonna use it right now. Actually, I have, but like it was a long time ago, and it actually did help. So, but yeah, don't use too much. Like I'm using like this much, just going through my hair with it, like that, just to get like the frizz out. Cause you know, I will say one thing about these curls, like, shoot, the frizz be crazy, man. Like maybe like that first day, you won't really notice the frizz, but then like you look back at it, like when it's like really dry, and you're like, oh dang, man, I got too much frizz in my hair. But yeah, this kind of like helps with the frizz. You don't want to put too much, you know. Yeah, and mousse is actually like a little bit good because like it puts like some moisture in your hair after all the gel kind of is like taking it out, you know. Well, not, it's not like taking it out, but you know what I mean. Like it's taking the water from your hair and using it to make the curls. So like the mousse just comes in and like, yeah. One thing you might notice is that you might like have hair on your hands. Like that's not really that big of a deal. Like as long as it's not too much. You don't want to be like shedding like a dog, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. And just, you know, like I said earlier, make sure everything's separated, kind of with the curls, not to bunch up, you know, separation is key. All right, now you're gonna use the curl cream. And basically it's just like what I said before. You just like pull at your hair with the curl cream. This one you don't want to use too much. Like you really don't want to use too much, because this product can really bunch up in your hair and kill it. So yeah, I'm just gonna use like, hold on, let me show you how much I'm using. Like I'm using like this much, and then like just go through each part of your hair and just pull at it, you know. Yeah, and now your hair's gonna start to get white. Yeah. Just wanna keep pulling. You said your hair, just do what you were doing before, basically. Like just with the curl cream, and not too much. Like I said, like that's probably like how much I'll use. Maybe I'll use like a little bit more for the back. Like I use like this much more for like the back half of my hair. But besides that, you don't need that much at all. Like you know, that should be enough. All right. And well, that's for my hair though. Like you can experiment with how much curl cream you need. But with my hair and with a lot of people's hair, I would say don't use that much because you don't want the product to build up too much. Alright, so this is about to be the last part. But anyway, after the curl cream's added, you can see like it's kind of a little bit white or whatever. That's fine, you know. It'll dry off. Just don't try and let it like, you see how like kind of like this is like, yeah, you want to get like, you want to like smooth that out because you don't want the curl cream to be like you don't want the curl cream to have particles, you know what I'm saying? You don't have the particles because that won't, when that dries, the particles will dry up and then it'll look like your hair really has crust in it. But anyway, so yeah, all right, I got all those out. And so for the last part, what you want to do is, let me back up so I don't get this on my camera. You're just going to shake your hair. Now you can shake it side to side, back and forth. You can go side to side. Yeah, what shaking does is like, it separates the curls even more and it kind of like activates the curls a little bit. So as you can see, my curls are looking like prestige right now. Cause you know, it's shaking, that's what shaking does. So you keep shaking till they look the way you want to. And then after shaking, you're gonna dry your hair. Okay, cause you gotta dry it out, cause it can't be going out looking like, you know, this, you know what I'm saying? Like you got white stuff all over your hair. People gonna be like, did you dye your hair, bro? It's white. So yeah, just after this, you're gonna dry your hair. You can use a blow dryer like I do, or you can like, you know, or you can just like honestly let it air dry if you don't have that much hair or if your hair doesn't stay wet for that long. You could just let it air dry. But I would say for me, like if I let it air dry, it's gonna take like a day and a half. So I don't really let it air dry. But as you can see, this is why I use the bandana most of the time, because like you can see like my hair sticking to my skin and I really like that. So I always suggest using a bandana or a hairband. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, there go the curls.